He just hoard the fucking shit out of
I'm gonna
Dual
make
Dash.
another Czar. Fuck this shit, man.
Yeah, just keep.
Well, it's not gonna stop working. We've denied their air so hard. We just need to make 2 and then we can start
Yeah.
convoking them in.
I have like 3 GCs also, so 2 of my fresh ones are coming.
Are you reloading nuke launchers? And are you making
Yes, I have it loaded. It's
more of them? We have
very
one
loaded.
defending the Duke there, and we have yours. I hate to say that we could do with more, but we could do with more.
More nuke launchers?
Defense, I mean.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, more nuke launches too. I mean,
Can never go wrong.
what minute are you guys at?
47. Shit's fucking ridiculous.
I like how half of the players in this game are spamming walls.
Yeah. I mean, when we realize that the magnet line works, we make sure it fucking we make it work. Alright. I still can't figure out where.
And
Why
you all
is
made fun of me
This
for
guy's
building
fat boy not
walls.
moving. Like, come on.
I mean, fake wall PDs, wall Maginot line, it all works.
I mean, they can't. I'm looking down here, and the rhinos and the bricks down at Septon's side cannot fucking get through the wall sections because they keep getting divided and their formation broken.
Yeah. And then there was 2 trebuchets that rolled up and then just said no, it had literally everything I own, and I was like, alright. And then Gray was trying to say that I did nothing all game, and then
I can
he
say
was
that
the
mid
hard
hasn't.
carry
I
bottom.
could say that mid hasn't been pushed yet, and the walls are still there. I'm the mass carry this game, boys. I'm building so many
Alright, so
engineers. for
Gray
mass
has a
reclaim.
fucking double gun shield comm, and there's a bunch of T2 coming at him, and he's not even shooting at him.
Yeah, no, we know. Oh, trust me, we realize he's retarded, but he thinks he is God Almighty, because he thinks I did nothing and he held bottom all by himself. And so, like, you know, yeah.
What's his name?
Red Sky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a cocky name.
And we stand victorious against the 75% stack.
Fuck. I made like
I
5
reclaimed-
Czars.
And I reclaimed
game.
160,000 mass.
God, what is that?
Guys, that's cast worthy.
Did anyone just spam /40 at the end? No.
No, I played it good at the end. Played good sport, boy.
I might have did 1/90 after Blue died.
Well played, guys.
Oh, shit.
I mean, you guys weren't doing like. I mean, Death with reclaiming the Tsar, but you guys weren't doing any reclaiming.
I was dead.
Sure.
One of the guys in my game forgot to build mexes, and he just built a line of P-gens instead. What the fuck?
I like how after the first line fell, you're still building more walls.
I know. I mean, like,
They don't
Come on.
stop working.
yeah. I mean, they don't stop working until they just start, like, sending mass T1 engineers to reclaim
Oh.
all the walls. And I'm
Guys,
like,
I had the
okay.
most total built aside from, well, Septon almost had the most total built, and he had it from minute 8 until minute 40 and 33 seconds. But then I surpassed him somewhere in the, like, 47 minutes range when I surpassed him with 16,000 units, most of which were engineers.
I don't think
You
it
built
was-
so many walls.
Yeah, well, there's also the fact that, like, there was a shitload of units down there for me. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that Mr. Neutral just started mass sending everything to the bottom side of the map, I would have rolled the entirety of bottom. I had, like, fucking, by the time those trebs and mass fucking, like, or was it the 2 trebs and the, like, 10 loyalists came down there, I had, like, something like 200 phobos and, like, 20 or so Ilshibas and like 2 slippers rolling off the mid. And then I'm like, haha, I'll kill you now. And then suddenly Trebuchet killed like 100 or 100 Phobos and like 5 Ilshibas, and I'm like, shit.
also have my two dogs in the room. They're both really, really peaceful in a pile right next to me.
Can I cook him?
I need to
dogs
watch what
that
the
are,
enemy
like,
team was doing.
150
Let's
pounds
see.
each, and
Oh, that's some good meat value on those dogs.
they're pretty cute. Wow. They're big, and if you like big dogs, they're cute, but I guess if you don't, they seem frightening. At least that's the reaction I see from most people. when they
Depends how
see-
well trained the dogs are.
They'll run at you, but they know better than to bite.
Yeah, okay, that's fine then.
They also like to act big and tough if, like, you haven't come over to greet them yet.
I've known a lot of people in the UK that have like trained their dogs for like self-defense and shit like that. They even had this really fucked up thing where they would feed them like human blood, so they got like a taste for violence and shit like that as well.
Sounds
So-
really.
I know people that would go to what is it called? The fucking shit. What is the pound like dog pounds or whatever? Yeah, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then pick up pit bulls and then take them out and then take them out back and put a gun to their head and kill them instantly, and they just continue to do that all over town.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know, and it
So
wasn't like
Peter doesn't have to euthanize them.
it wasn't like some like really bad people. These are like
I
like
mean,
you're 40.
sure.
They were like your 40-year-old like moms that think they're like doing good because pit bulls are just inherently evil things or something.
I mean, if they're gonna get euthanized anyways, a bullet is cheaper than a euthanasia shot.
I don't think. No, I mean the thing that they were doing was they were just going to pounds or just asking people for their dogs or just adopting pit bulls and then just immediately turning around and killing them.
I mean, they were bred for like combat, but that doesn't mean that they're still living beings. They can still be trained to not do that. How did you not die, Deathwolf? When you got in that transport, you should have been 100% dead.
Why?
Because
Only-
if
I'd
an
like-
Orthodox box was smart, he would have seen it sooner.
I'd like to say
I mean,
that
he
my
had 4
strategy-
scouts next to me when I was getting in the transport and dropped. So. That motherfucker probably saw it, but he just didn't get over there fast enough. I don't know.
Except in my hat's off to you, man. You
He
did
had, like, a
well to
5
hold
second
against those
delay on
4
where he was
armies.
saying it, so-
There was 4 down there?
Well, there was negative, there was salty noob, and there was neutral. Okay, maybe there wasn't a 4th army,
Yeah.
but like
I know there was 3, but I didn't see the 4th one. That would have
But they
pissed
had
me off even more.
they had all the tools to like
Roll me? Yeah, I understand that. And then fucking Gray came out at the end and was like, nigga, you did nothing for 25 minutes and died. I was a hard carry of bottom. And apparently,
More accurately, you lost ground because I didn't support you even though you were 2v1.
it's a 3v1 first of all, nigga.
Deathwolf. I'd like to say that my strategy of building mass GCs worked. Actually, no, that's not what I did. What I did was I got 160,000 reclaim, enough to build like, I don't know, probably about. No, why can't I do basic mass? At least 5 GCs, maybe 6.
It was pretty good.
Behold,
I
the great
enjoyed-
space pancake.
Using the Tsar more.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that's probably a bad idea, but it worked that time.
Zars can be really fun if you can pull them off. Especially if you kill some guy with slam dunk.
The main problem is to kill most like ACUs that were upgraded in the early game, you also have to use the beam a little bit. But sometimes that's not possible. But if the Tsar gets on top of someone, like above their head, then they're dead. Like guaranteed.
Mr. Neutral had 3k HP when the Tsar landed on him. If only.
Yeah.
And not only that, but ASF are like one of the most commonly built units, and they do a fuck ton of damage to air. So just like in a moderate amount of ASF can pretty much instigate the Tsar.
Yeah,
I mean,
like,
you could think
20.
of ASF as the Air Percy because it has the same well, more DPS even.
20
Yeah, the
ASF can pretty much take out any.
Yeah,
And it's
ASF have the
ease.
old Percy have the old Percy 400 DPS value.
I think ASF are one of the more fun units in the game to use.
I
Personally.
mean, yeah. Well, air in general is fun for me because it goes fast.
The best thing is if like they have one like spy plane or something underneath a shield and their comms behind it, and you just like click on the fucking scout, an entire barrage of missiles come down from Geminis and just insta-give the comm.
Wait, you've actually hit a comm with the ASF shots?
Yes,
Yeah.
once.
And it shreds shit real
Hold it?
fast.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's why
You
they
can
were-
destroy an
that's-
entire base, dude. Like
that's
if they're
why they
behind a shield and you get a
stopped,
volley down,
Yeah.
like you can fuck everything.
What is it? That's why they stopped. That's why they stopped. What is it? They removed the feature where you could shoot at UEF drones with ASF, because that would just be you wreck their entire fucking base with Cloud ASF, and they had
Yeah.
like one shoulder drone.
You can still do it with kennels, can't you?
No, they just don't shoot at any drones now. Swifties, on the other hand, do, and those just fuck everything up. Literally just rape bases that have drones in them.
Guys, I think we need to make walls like the most. We need to make them way more often because they.
I make them all the time. What do you all-
Nowadays, yeah, but like as a whole, we need to.
See, I fucking every time you'd bully me because I was making walls, and you're like, "Look at him making walls." Now you understand. Now you understand.
Wait, I have a question. Was it the affectionate kind of making fun of you, or was it the like, oh, look at this retard making walls?
No, it's the affectionate kind. But still, you
Okay.
all laughed at me.
He was
Dang it.
right.
Meanwhile, I'm watching Septon get butt raped.
Man, what was I supposed to do
But
against
the
three
problem
players?
is, the problem is he kept squeezing it with walls.
Yeah.
They couldn't get in.
Like,
Until
Wait,
they had, like,
your
the
comm
pushing-
is just at the back
until
of the
they
army,
had
just like, I still
until
exist.
until they had
Yeah.
the pushing force of 3 like armies to do it.
Yeah.
3 men pushing one
Yeah.
before it finally opened.
Oh, Red Sky lost his entire bit. Oh no, Red Sky's fucking dead.
Yeah, Red Sky dies to random monkey, and then calls me shit. It was my favorite part of the game when that gray guy called me shit. It really got the salt flowing in me.
Septon, how would the course of that game changed if you had a wall on the north side too?
I probably wouldn't have lost a large portion of my army defending some retard.
Yeah, I mean, this Red Sky guy is wasting a lot of mass on some dumb shit. Most certainly.
It's a shame because just as we won the game, Operation Upgrade Every Last Next to T2 while I reclaim 5,000 like T3 Siege Assault bots was underway, as well as I was resourcing all of those GCs that died on their side of the map in mid. Like I had 5 factories just going there with engineers.
I had so much build power.
Deathwolf, you and I, our synergy there was perfect. I decided, I need 10 T1 factories making engineers for mass. And you were like, I have a lot of mass. I'm gonna make GCs nonstop with like, that looked like 150 T3 engineers to me.
If only you
No, it
gave
wasn't
him-
150, but it was like 50.
Anyways,
The
you
only
had
thing that I could say about this play is you should have given him a Tech 3 engineer for kennels, and Deathwolf should have had like 4 reclaiming NG factories just going to town on everybody's base.
I mean, if we could have flipped the factions, that would have been even better. Yeah.
Should have built Mass Atlantis.
Yeah, you should have built an Atlantis in that pond. It could do nothing.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
you could
I would
build
have
like
sat underneath it.
3
would've
Atlantis
protected
in that pond and have them all making strats and then Kobe someone with the production.
I don't even know how many points I got from the game, but I think it was 20.
I think Neutral did more damage to that army than any of the other players with their Siege Assault bots, with just
Yeah.
2 traps.
Yeah,
One of
two
these traps
traps
has
just
134 kills at 10,000 mass killed.
I know, because it one volleys and then kills 20 Phobos. And because I built walls, they got stuck on the walls, and I'm like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I made my own prison, boys. I'm gonna die in here. And then I died in there.
The fun thing though is if you control the walls, you can control K them.
Yeah, but if I could control Cade, then the T3 heavy bots just roll through my base.
And also part of the advantage of the Phobo is that it's super fucking cheap. Guys, I hazard to say that we all just played
Meanwhile,
really well that
Septon
game.
is just fucking laying into the SBF fuckboys.
Yeah.
They're still salty at me and Arrow for like fucking 6-0ing them in 2v2s. Like Crow every game was like, oh man, I could have had you if I did this or this, but instead I let you rape my face.
Maybe you should have done that then,
It's almost like he,
Just
almost like he
do
likes
shit
it
to stop it.
subconsciously.
Yeah.
Also, I think he got really salty after the last game and left, because I don't see him online.
That means you've done well.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Damn, if my base had lived that attack.
You know, off topic and out of curiosity, have you tried recounting the tale of last night to Deathwolf and Robo?
Fuck. Do you see what I typed
Yes,
slash
yes,
Roger?
you already recounted. Do it for me.
Yeah. No, I give you a brief overview of a 3-hour-long conversation that was some sort of like meth, like addict trip that we
Yeah.
were having together.
My favorite part is where Bill Cosby was the CEO of an organization.
It was great. You would wake up the next day, your bathtub full. I actually, Bill Cosby looking over, pulling out your organs.
He was hiring people to do it for him, and it was glorious.
Guys, can we make a WAL clan?
What does that mean?
Whoa.
Wall.
The wow.
Fuck. Wow. Wow.
We're gonna make a big, beautiful wow.
Mm. Wait, who's the Frenchie with the username
God.
Donald Trump? I want him to be the clan master.
There's also some guy called America. You could take him. Take him down. Oh fuck, I really need to do this report. But these people left me very vague things to do. Basically, they told me to do whatever's left in the comments. But they didn't tell me what they completed from these like comments.
Oh, I have to do a lab report as well for a literature class.
Oh,
on a
this is-
social experiment.
Oh my god, is that nuke gonna kill his comm? What the fuck? How did Orion die to a nuke at 41 minutes?
Because he's Orion and he's whoever he
Honestly,
is bad.
if Orion was alive, I don't think he would have added much to the game.
No.
He just opened up a gateway for us to attack neutral and kill him.
You know, I realized that at 20 minutes I had like 220 something mass income, and I probably should have just spammed
Oh
sniper
my-
bots and shields and just fucking
Dude,
walked into the top down.
Salty and Negative have done nothing for like the past 15 minutes in game.
We did stunt him pretty hard at the beginning, I think.
What did they do
Yeah.
after I
Yeah,
crashed
no,
the
I
Zion?
came down there and was just some giant threat that was basically raping Negative for like a good solid 10 minutes because he didn't know how to build spam. And then he tried to mercy snipe me, but I just dived all the like gunships and mercies. And then he was like, what do I do now? And then
Actually,
just
when
the
you
base
went for
got
that
INA'd.
strat snipe, it probably would have been better to just strat the army that was
Yeah.
rolling over.
I mean, You don't kill a comm with a stress knife. It's almost better
He
to have
tried to
done like
tele
literally
mace him.
anything else with it.
Yeah.
Did he
And he
honestly
died.
try and tell him?
My ACU was on site, and I built a single PD and shot him a bunch.
Wait. What do you
Wait,
mean you
who
built
tried to tell
a
him?
PD?
Well,
Kill
okay,
him.
so basically he teleported in, my comm was firing at him, I noticed, and then I built a wall, PD. And then he
Wait.
just died.
Wait, you didn't even have any tele-defense. It's just you built it while he was in there already.
Partially, we had a bunch of SACUs on site, and
Oh.
for some reason, in the front of the attack, Legend Lore built a Ravager. And I probably dealt like a good 2,000 damage from with the ACU gun.
They hard through this game. They must be pissed.
Yeah. Well, we did play well there in the end. They would have had to not be semi-retarded to have held it.
They lose 2 Monkey Lords to 1 GC and a Fat Boy.
Yeah. No, there was 2 GCs there, you know.
Yeah, but the other one had like.
No,
They didn't.
yeah.
They didn't focus down the dead one, and then when they were about to, the Monkey Lord switched its gun somewhere else for some reason, and then it tried to switch back and died.
Yeah, that's really poor micro.
Yeah, that's not paying attention when you really need to. Honestly, that game became like. So you know the early T1 stage where you'd have just like a couple units skirmishing here and there? That's what that became, that game. Except instead of a T1 next, that's the cost. It's actually an entire base.
Well, this was a fun replay. Therefore, if you play extremely well.
I think this should be casted. This game is worth it.
I think if you cast the game, I'm gonna get banned.
Why?
Lol.
Because of
What
all
did
the
you-
shit talking.
Well,
I mean,
none
if
of
I
it
got
was.
banned for one off-brand Nazi joke, I think I'm gonna get banned for that.
Off-brand Nazi joke. It wasn't
Off-brand?
even.
Well, did you make any racist comments?
I don't know, I didn't.
I didn't think so either.
I
I
prefer
was
the
just-
official brand of racism.
Right.
Shit.
That part where I transported away, they did move their ASF toward me, but then
Yeah,
they backed
yeah,
away after I
they did.
dropped.
Yeah.
They
also
thought you were
like,
gonna drop.
waited
They
6
honestly
seconds.
could. They honestly could.
I did-
You.
I did
They
have
just
my
kept
air on
going
site.
and fell back. Yeah, but they only needed like 2 ASF to shoot down the transport, and it was taking forever for him to land because he was trying to land on a goddamn fucking. Like,
I was so sad when they went to kill my out of the way kennels when they noticed and killed them. That was so sad to me.
Wait, where?
Later in the game, when they rolled over my base, they had a few Percys, Spricks, Vipers, and Rhinos, and also Redeemers and Ascendants. That was a very diverse mix. And they like attack tanked my kennels because they just finished wiping the base. And then I was sad because I lost my kennels. That would have been really nice for rebuilding. But then I turned into I'm gonna build 4 land factories and reclaim, and then see how life goes.
My team, my engineering team is gonna write some like really like apparently 13 sentences long about here. Wait, let me read the start of this topic. Actually, I won't even need to read this. Basically, they want me to write 13 sentences about a topic of how
How you should
put-
kill yourself?
we put more-
13 reasons why.
no, we put more weight on our robot, and they want me to write 13 sentences as to why that decreased the speed. Like, you put more weight on it, man. I don't know.
Things have mass.
Things have mass. It is now heavier than it
More-
was.
The definition of heavy is something that has more mass than something else.
More.
Having more mass would
More
therefore
mass.
mean more weight. Something about
This
physics
isn't-
and
this
force
is-
and